Hey, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending upon where you're watching this from. It's another Solo Friday here on the Dice Tower, and I am your host, Mike DiLisio, for a live solo playthrough. I ended up doing a playthrough instead of reviews one of these times. So I've done 3 weeks in a row of live plays, but hopefully that is okay with you. I will be doing, my next one will be on reviews, but you know, these live playthroughs are fun. It gives me a chance to hang out and chat with y'all and hopefully show off a game that either you were interested in, or if you'd never even heard of it, see if it's something you're interested in. So today we are going to be playing a solo playthrough of, now there's an accent on the A, and typically that usually will say where the emphasis is. So I'm going to say Águeda instead of Águeda. So I'm going to guess Águeda. I could be absolutely incorrect, but such is the risks that you take when you forget to look it up, the correct pronunciation before. All right, so let's look and make sure everything is looking good here. Dying to hear, Chad wants to know the Dice Tower's thoughts on arcs. I bet you are. It'll come in the future. I don't know exactly when. That's not the type of game you want to rush out and get a review if you have not played it sufficiently to really get an idea. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure there will be one. I have played it. Chris has played it. I'm not sure who else in the studio has played that, but all right. There. I've played this game solo before. You likely did a lot better than I did as well. I think that's a safe assumption to make. All right, well, getting those pleasantries out of the way, it's time to get miserable and go to the table. Nothing pleasant anymore. That's not true. This is a gorgeous looking game, and it has kind of a nice, there are some tough decisions to make, but it's not like a game that's going to up your stress levels, I don't think. All right. So, Águeda, City of Umbrellas, is based upon an actual city that does, here, I'll just get the cover so you can kind of get a feel for, those, they put the umbrellas up above the walkways there, and I just think that that is so gorgeous. I've seen some actual pictures of it, and it is something that I would love to see someday. I'll just add that to my overflowing bucket list. All right, so in this game, what you are doing is you're going to be drafting umbrella tops, or you can just call them umbrellas, from this area of the board, and you're going to be placing them onto your player board. All right, and I will fill this up in just a moment, but the way it works is that you're going to be taking a diagonal, either way, selection of umbrellas. If you take the single one here or the single one here, what that's saying is that it will give you a coin. I start with 2 of those. If you take the 2 umbrella rows, you don't have to spend a coin, you don't take a coin, but if you want to get 3, whip, 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 that's going to cost you a coin, all right? It's going to cost you a coin. So there's that decision making, a little bit of the resource management there with your coins, and you're also going to be trying to place them on your player board in such a way that you're going to maximize scoring, both in-game scoring and end-game scoring, okay? So I won't get too lost in the weeds on the rules because it's a relatively simple game and I think you'll pick it up, but just know that there's going to be some in-game scoring and there will be end-game scoring, and that's going to come from a few places. First of all, you have these shop cards. There are 2 of them, and then there is one that's printed on the board that will always be there, and I just randomly selected 2. So here we got Emmy's Bakery, and it's saying that during final scoring, there'll be 2 colors on there. Choose 1 row and score 1 point for each umbrella in that row that matches a color. So let's say that red is one of the umbrellas on there. I would pick a row that had the most red. That kind of a thing. Dazzling Delights Candies here says if you have the same amount of umbrellas in each of these colors, score 1 point for each of those umbrellas. And then the Águeda Souvenirs is always there, and basically it'll be the remaining 3 colors that didn't get put on those first 2 cards. You'll add up all of the colors on there and divide by half rounding down, and you'll get points for that as well. All right, so let's take these color markers under the table. You might even be able to pick up the sound of these. And I'm just going to place these on the card. Well, red was on there, as is blue, okay? So I'll pick one of those two colors and pick a row that has the most. We got purple here. We have orange here. So I want to have the same number of purple and orange on my player board at the end of the game. And green, yellow, and the one I apparently dropped. Where did it drop? You know, sometimes you drop something and you think it's going to go like directly underneath you and it's like 5 miles away. Outrageous. Well, we can use the process of elimination, can't we? Blue's there, green's there, yellow's there, red's there. Oh, wait a minute. No? Oh, you know why? Oftentimes I've played this where there's only one marker on the second card or the first card. I think this may be the first time I've played with two shop cards that have two colors. So we're good. All the colors are there. I was just kind of assuming there would be a third token there. That is not the case. It's all fine. It's all fine. Look, it already threw me a curveball before the game even started. So, you know, this isn't looking good for me. Okay? I just want to ready you for the possibility that I may do very poorly. But I will be hydrated. All right, so in the solo game, what you're doing is you have the stack of tour guide cards. You're going to be flipping over one of these at the end of your turn every round, and then it's going to do something. Usually it's going to be removing one or more colors of umbrellas that are left here after you've chosen yours. They're going to go off to the side of the board, and they're going to count towards the solo scoring, the AI, I suppose, although you're not really facing off against an AI per se. You'll see how that works. The first thing here I've got to do, and I've got to put it on record, I can't just, you know, score my points and say, oh yeah, I was playing on beginner. No. I refuse. My integrity demands that I pick right now that I'm going to be playing in standard mode, folks. Standard mode. So what this is saying is that they're going to get 10 points right off the bat, and then they're going to get 1 point per umbrella of the most discarded color that's going to be off to the side of the board. All right, so I am playing the standard mode. My scoring at the end of the game is going to be based on how many of these murals are flipped over, the scoring on these cards, and for any empty spot on my player board on those 3 rows, it'll be minus 1 point for every empty spot. All right? Let's finish setup, shall we? And you can see these lovely umbrella tokens. All right, you go top to bottom, left to right. All right? All right, look at how pretty those are. They're chunky pieces, yeah? Nice. There you go. Looks nicer in person than me getting them in and out of focus on camera. Got to take my word for it. All right, we got yellow, orange, and green. Let's get some other, there we go. There's some red. There's some, lots of yellow. Lots of yellow. There's a purple. And finally, a yellow. No blue out there. Lots of yellow though. Okay, oops, I'll keep this over here, just so you can see the discarded ones over there. All right, so now what I do is I choose a diagonal row, which can be from 1 to 3 umbrellas, and I'm going to place it on one of these rows, okay? You'll see on my player board these paint brushes, okay? What the paint brushes mean is that when you place a token over one of those paint brushes, it's going to flip over the mural of the corresponding color. So if I were to put a red there, I would flip over that red mural, okay? If I'm able to flip over both in a row, I unlock another one of these workers, which can be used to score. All right, so you'll see how that works in a moment. So let me see here. I could do this green-yellow. It wouldn't cost me anything. And then I'd be able to unlock the yellow if I wanted to do that. which is nice. If I do this, I could take those two and just put the purple there and be able to flip over the purple. So let's go. There's so much yellow on the board. The thing I also want to consider is that, let's say, for example, that I just took a red, or for some reason or another, maybe I want to build up towards a later turn. I have to be aware that they might, this tour guide card could say, remove all umbrellas of the largest amount. That would be getting rid of 4 yellows, and I don't want to do that. So I want to take some of these yellows now so that my potential damage here isn't too high. All right, so let's go ahead and just take this column here. It doesn't cost me anything. I don't gain anything. I do want to make sure that the yellow is the second one I place because I want to flip over the yellow. All right, so I do so. And now you start to see a portion of my lovely mural that has been painted. At this point, I have a couple of options. I can take one of my workers, I can place it on here, and I pick a color that's on here and score 1 point for every instance of that umbrella in the row. So right now I could place this one here and I can get 1 point for the one yellow that's in this row. You also can place 2 tourists, all right, which would mean here and here. It has to be at the same time, and you'd score for every color in that row. Well, that would be stupid now because I have no reds here. But if on a later turn I had 2 reds and 3 yellows, maybe I would do that because that would get me, 5 extra points. Well, not extra, but 5 points. All right. So I think what I'll do is, since I have 3 workers and I'm probably only going to be drafting 3 times, I could also rest. Okay. When you rest, you just pull all your workers back and you cycle these so that the bottom goes to the top and they cycle down. All right. But right now I'll just do this and I'll get my first point. Hooray! I'm in the lead. Yes. Nick asks, is this a standard or Kickstarter version? I think it's a standard version because I believe that there's metal coins out there that you can get, and these are cardboard, but I'm not 100% sure. I really do think that this is a standard version, though. Not positive, though. Sorry, Nick. All right. Now, before I refill, I'm going to flip over this tour guide card and we're going to find out what happens. All right, this says discard all of the color with the least umbrellas. If tied, choose one, and then the AI is going to score 1 point per every discarded umbrella. So the least here is orange and red, so I can pick either or. I'll just go ahead and, for the sake of things, just pick this orange. That goes there. They score a point. All right. Simple, super simple to run the AI. All right. Now we go and we refill top to bottom, left to right. It is nothing but yellows. All right. Finally see a blue. The yellow fiesta out there. Nothing wrong with yellow umbrellas. Quite lovely. But, I want a little diversity out here. Okay, so let us see. Do I try to go... If there was a 3 that had a blue and a green, I would do that. But there is not. So there's no orange and there's no purple. So I'm definitely not going to be drafting for this row. All right. I could continue to go heavy here. I could actually unlock the red and give me another worker right now. But the problem is, if I go that far this early, it means that it's kind of limiting because it's not going to always be orange and red here. So I'm going to play things a little bit more conservatively now, I believe. Kind of tempted to get those 2 yellows and the blue, but no, I think I'm going to do the blue-red here. Is there a blue-green anywhere? There is not. So I'll just do the blue-red. All right. I will go ahead and place, I want to make sure I'm keeping this in mind. Okay. So this is choose one of each color. I want to have the same number of purple and orange. So I do want to get another orange at some point. Or if I get more purple, I want to just make sure I'm getting as much orange to match that purple. So did not flip over anything. I could go ahead and score this and get a point. Why not? Let's do it. 1 point for your pal, Mike DiLisio. All right, here we go. Tour guide. What do we got? Another one. I'm getting a little lucky here, but that means that I'm toying. I'm tempting fate because they could have gotten 4 points and 4 yellow umbrellas. Instead, they're going to get another one. But that means I don't think there's too many of this card in that deck. So I'm probably just getting lucky right now. That goes there. This goes here. When does the game end, you ask? I'm assuming someone's asking. Well, it ends when you go through this deck. All right. Top 3 patio umbrella colors in real life? I don't know. I don't know. Any of these colors would be lovely. Although most of the ones I've seen have been like beige for some reason or another. Maybe it helps to deflect the sunlight. I don't know. Maybe it's refraction, quantum physics. Look, I'm not a scientist. Okay, so we refill. Give it a good mix. Yeah. Mike, I already answered when the game ends. Come on, pay attention. When does the game end? All right. Purple, purple. Purple. Now we got a lot of purple. You know what we don't have? Orange. All right. There's no orange, but there is purple. So I think what I'm going to do, let's get a couple of purples out here. Same, gosh, that would get me to 3 purples, and I'd have to get another 2 or 3 oranges, though. I am tempting fate on that one, I am. I'll just take this one. I don't know why I went with a bad pirate. Look, it felt right at the time. Here we go, 3 coins. That goes there. Und we flip over the purple. Ooh, a bicycle. It's getting pretty lovely there. Look at that. You can see it coming to life in front of your very eyes. Yeah, let's go ahead and go here because I'm going to rest on my next turn and get 1 point. This will ramp up. Will ramp up. All right. Tour guide. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I lucked out with this one. If yellow was on here, I'd have got. Discard all blue or purple from the market, whichever has the most. If tied, you choose one, and they're going to score 1 point per discarded umbrella. Ella. All right, here we go. That's 2 because there are no blue, so they get 2 points. All right. They have a brief lead over me, but I would not count on it lasting. Here we go. Oh, come. How much yellow's in the bag? There's an orange. There's a purple. Now, the unfortunate thing is that I'm going to rest. Well, that's not really unfortunate. I take it back. It's not unfortunate. All right. So I think what I want to do, since I'm flush with cash over here, is I think I'm going to take a 3. I'm going to take a 3er, and I'm going to end with orange. So I have to spend a coin. Do you know anyone in your life that says orange? I've heard it. I've heard it several times. Orange. All right, here we go. I'm going to take these and make sure that I end with the yellow, or excuse me, the 1, 2, yeah, with the orange on the third one. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Now, I flipped over the orange. I have a row that has been completed of my mural, so I'm going to unlock this worker. They would be available right now, okay? No, that begs the question, could I put it there? You know what? I'm not sure. It says that you get that unlocked worker that you can play this turn, but I wonder if but I'm not going to score anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm resting, okay? So, rest. These come back. This cycles down. Breep, breep, breep. See how that works there? And now we're going to do the tour guide. No scoring. Okay. See, I knew it was going to happen. Discard all of the color with the most umbrellas. So look, I couldn't just leave yellow out there this long. I knew I was flying too close to the sun. And now I'm getting burned. Yowza, that's a 4-point play for them, and it's at least 4 points that they're going to have at the end of the game added to their 10. Oof. All right, so 4 and 4 is 8. Using the new math. I only use new math. Old math never worked for me. And I don't know what new math is. So I don't feel bad about not knowing it, right? I shouldn't be expected to be good at new math. I don't even know what it is. Old math, there's expectations. So I refuse to acknowledge it even exists, the old math. It's, time to move on to the new age here. An age where I don't have to be responsible for any mathematical skills at all. What I call the golden age. All right, here we go. We are still woefully bereft of orange. There we go. I had to manifest it. You see what I did there? I manifested orange. Not that time, though. Manifest. Yeah. Whoo. I'm manifesting. I should go to a casino. All right. Refreshing. Okay, so refilled now. It's back to me. And now I've got a different orientation on my board here, right? I have a different orientation. I would love to unlock the red to get another worker, but I also have to keep this in mind. Blue and red. Right now I have none with a lot of blue or red, which is unfortunate. If there was a row that gave me blue and red, I might choose it. Purple and orange. I have 2 purple and 1 orange. So I can get a purple and an orange. I could, of course, just do an orange on its own. But I'd also need a green and blue to be taken care of here. So what I might do is, yes. Okay, I'll spend a coin. Do I want blue, purple, and orange, or yellow, blue, and orange? If I get just the orange, then it makes it even. Yeah, let's do that. I'll take this one. I will put the orange on first. Oh, no, I will not. No, I will not. I'll put the blue there first. Okay, then it doesn't matter. I can put the orange and the yellow in any order that I really want. I want to make sure here, though, that I get a... Oh, boy, that was a mistake. That's that row. I don't want that. I want this. Sorry. This, and this. Correct? Yes, because I wanted the orange. No, I messed up completely. Let's start from the beginning. Start from the beginning. I don't remember exactly where those were, but what I want to do is get orange here. No, because I have to flip blue and green. So I can still do that. Yeah, I can still do that. I'll put the blue here, yellow and the orange. I need to flip the blue. So I'm putting it that's why I put it in the top. Okay, let me put that back. All right, so I do put the blue there. Now at this point, scoring it's not going to give me much because I only put 1 orange in there. But let's go, I've got enough workers. Let's just do that. We'll score that 1 orange, which is disgusting. If there were any purple in there, I would have popped another worker on there, okay? All right, so hopefully you saw what I did there. I was getting myself a little tied up with wanting to make sure that I flipped the orange and keep the oranges and the purples the same amount. All right, so here we go. Tour guide. Discard all purple or red, whichever has the most. All right, well, there is no red, so that clearly is going to be the purple. We put those there. They score 2 points. Beep. Refill. What are you talking about bourbon for? Oh, beverage with umbrellas? You put umbrellas in your bourbon? Look, I'm not a bourbon snob. But I don't know you typically put umbrellas in your bourbon. Also, you do you, right? You're going to let someone out there tell you how to have your bourbon? You have to have it sans umbrella? I don't think so. If you want to put an umbrella in your bourbon, you do it. You want to put it in your daiquiri. Shaken, not stirred. Just make sure that the umbrella comes in after the shaking. Otherwise, there could be an eye injury, and safety first. All right? All right. Back to me. Well, I'm good here. Terrible here. Well, no, I've got 2 there, but I need to put a green right there to flip that one. I need to put a red here if I go into this category, if I go into this row. I could get a red if I took this one in the 3rd spot. And that I would score, no, I'd score 1 on the green. That's not that exciting. Do I just build? Do I build? Do I build towards this? Oh. I was thinking I'll do blue, green, green and go here, but that would not let me flip the red. Because then I could have scored a decent amount by putting both on there. So you see the decisions. The decisions. All right. If there was purple and orange in one thing, that would be a no-brainer because I like that. That can give me a decent number of points. Okay, Mike. Mike, you got to just do what you have to do. Problem is, I don't know what I have to do. All right, let's just do this, although I hate everything about it. Do I just get the red now and flip that one and then try to get the green here? Oof. All right. Don't overthink it, Mike. Be in the zen. Let's do this. Let's pay a coin. Let's do blue, green, green. Okay. Blue, green, green. Let's flip the green. Now let me make sure I'm not cheating. I want to, for some reason I have it in my head that you can only flip one if it's in the row you played in, but I really want it to not be that. Let me check. Bang, 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 bang. I've played this a few times, but oftentimes I like to do things the way I want to. After placing all umbrellas, choose one row where you're going to place all the umbrellas you've selected. That's fine. After placing all umbrellas, check if you filled a space marked with a paint bladder or a paintbrush and paint splatter. If you did, flip it. That is fantastic. Yeah, it doesn't say you have to put it in that row. All right, so now I could score this row, and I believe I'm going to put 2 on this one. Okay, so that means that I score for both of those colors, which will get me 3 points. Finally, more than 1. You know what I'm saying? Finally, more than 1. All right. Okay, here we go. Tour guide. Beep. Discard all of the color with the most umbrellas. So it's going to be red or green, my choice. Well, since there's already a red out there and there are no green out there, I will choose green because I don't want to add more to red, just in case that goes beyond 4 here. All right? Strategery. All right. 1, 2, 3. Gosh, now it's red. I'm seeing red. See, that's why I didn't put the red there, because, if I had put the red there and then I had to get all those, that would be bad. Oh, no! Red, however, though, is the color that I need to do that. So that's aight. Oh, but I have no money. I have no money. Well, I think what I might do then is just do this. Let's take a coin. Let's put this single red right here. I'm not going to score it, but I am going to flip it. Bop it. Flip it. Slap it. Jump it. Oh, these should both be up there. Move it, move it. All right. Now I still have access to these now. Okay, so I just took the one. Now here's what I don't want. Here's what I don't want. I don't want red to come up on this card. This one. I don't want it. No. I told you specifically I don't want it. Oh, that's orange. Whew. I was so ready to see red that I was going to see red. So it's orange. So let's get rid of the orange. Give them 2 points. I'm going to need to rehydrate after all that sweating I just did. Dustin Dobson, one of the designers. This is a co-design between Dustin Dobson and I'm going to do my best with the name, Milan Zivovic. I hope I'm close. Apparently I shorted the AI 2 points. Look, Dustin, I feel like they've got enough, but okay, since you're the designer, they're apparently now at 14 and I'm at 7. I don't want to say that's double my score. In the new math, it's not. So I'm good. All right. Real good. I'm good. Okay, so they scored. I think I gave them their 3 points, or their 2 points for that. And yeah. Get my coin? I think I got my coin. Am I messing everything up? I think I got my coin. All right. All right. Happy to check it out, Dustin. Let me know if I make any kind of mistakes, other than the ones that I apparently just made. But that's not, that's just losing track. And it wasn't even, actually it was in my benefit. So, all right, here we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. So, here's what I got to be thinking about. I got to be thinking about these. I've got a fair amount of green and yellow. I have 6. That would get me 3 points for this card so far. This one's not going to score me much. Right now, the most it could get me would be 2, unless I put another blue or red there. This is what I'd really like to do. I'd like to get more purple and orange, but they are not coming out to the extent that I would like. Yeah, okay. Taking a risk by getting a purple here, but I gotta think another orange is gonna come up. So, what I will do is go here, get a yellow and a purple. Where do I want to put it? Maybe here. Or I want to put it here, and then I think either way it doesn't quite matter. Although if I put it here, that gives me more flexibility here. Maybe I will put it there. I'm not going to be scoring it. I'm really thinking about this now. I'm taking a risk, taking one more purple, and I hope I can get one more orange. So I'm going to do this. Not going to score because I've scored that row already. All right. Tour guide. So 3 turns. This is the penultimate turn. Look at that. I say. So I'm going to be getting rid of 2 of the greens. That's fantastic. And they're going to be scoring 2 for that. Since apparently that's the rule. Yes. Okay. 2 more turns for yours truly. I would prefer to not have any extra spaces. So really what I might do is do a 3 this turn and then a 1 on the next turn, if it works out that way. Yeah, the components are lovely. They really, really are nice. They're very satisfying. Now I've got 2 orange, but I know I can take that single one and put it right there, which what I might do. Red. And then a yellow. All right, so I think it behooves me to draft this single orange, put it there, and then I can pick up 3 here. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do that, get my kern, put my orange right there. Orange. Can't score it because it's not an empty tile there. And then we're going to do the tour guide. On my next turn, I'm going to use one of my coins to draft 3 so that I'll have no empty spots. Ideally, maybe some yellow and red, although, yeah, I don't think it's going to matter because I think the most I'm going to get out of this card is going to be 2. Unless like a 3 blue was able to come up and I placed them all right there. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Here we go, tour guide. Oh no. No. Now the red comes up. That's fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hate everything about that. I hate it with a passion of 1,000 yellow umbrellas. 5 points. They're at 16. They're now at 21. To my lowly 7. Oof. All right, my last turn. I've got to hope that they don't get any more reds. I know I'm going to be taking a 3 row, unless it messes up my purple and orange game. Although that would be great. If that's not a purple or an orange, I will definitely take that one. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's my James Hetfield there. You like that? Gung, 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 gung. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think I got to do this. I gots to do this. All right, let's do that then. Let's spend, that's going to get me another orange and another purple. Let's do it. Bong, 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 bong. Bong, 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 bong. This is bad. Because there's like 1 yellow, but I might as well score it. It's stupid not to. So I get 1 point for that, and I just got to hope that I get enough here. I'm also going to get points for flipping over my murals, and I'm not going to have any negative points. We'll see. Here we go. Their last turn. Oh, yeah. Blue or green, that's not bad for me at all, actually. It doesn't add to any of these, and it only gives them a point. All right. Remove the blue. Give them their point in blue. So at this point, it's 22 to 8. Okay? Let's go ahead and score for the AI. So I said standard, we're giving them 10 points. So that puts them at 32. Plus 1 point per umbrella of the most discarded, which is red. Another 6 gets them to 38. So their final score is 38. I'm right now at 7. It ain't looking good. All right. So endgame scoring. I flipped all 6 of my murals, so that's going to get me 6 points. That's 15. And then I score each of the 3 objectives on the board. I don't think I got a chance here. All right. Choose one of these 2 colors. Choose 1 row. Score a point for each umbrella that matches that color. My best I can do would be this one, which is blue or red, gets me 2 points. Yoink. If you have the same amount of umbrellas in each of these colors, score 1 point for each of those umbrellas. So that's going to get me 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I at least made it somewhat respectable. All right. Then it's down here. I add all those up, divide it by in half. So it's yellow and green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 4 more points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Final score, AI 38, Mike DiLisio 29. Now, let's say I played it on easy mode. I lose anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'd lose 29 to 33. As it is, I lost 37 to 29. Look, it's okay. I'm gonna just go with it. All right. So, Águeda, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, City of Umbrellas, a lovely little puzzle game. And there are many different shop cards out there, so that can keep some variety. Each different player has their own player board and mural board, and there's unique murals for every player, so that's cool. Just on a visual aesthetic level, I like that a lot. Um, Very simple solo mode to play. Obviously, when you're playing it multiplayer, you can get a little bit mean there if that's the way your group plays. I know Bruce Schwerin is in the chat, so of course he would play this in a way that made everyone else at the table cry. It's just his MO. Um, yes, Bruce likes to make people cry. Look, I'm not the judge. I'll leave that for everybody else in the chat to do. I'm not going to judge Bruce for constantly making people cry at the table. All right? I'm an accepting individual. I won't play with him ever, but I'm an accepting individual. Revenge is sweet, Bruce. Okay, look, I've only been going for 41 minutes. How about this? How about we go back to this camera here, and I'll answer a few questions, right? It'll be like an impromptu Q&A. Yeah? If you have any questions, look, if you're not in the mood, that's fine too. Just giving you the opportunity, if you would like to ask a question or two, hit me up. Hit me up. And I know there's a delay in the chat, so I'm going to give it I'll give it approximately 3 seconds, and if I don't have a question, then I end the stream. I lied. All right. Bung, bung, bung. I am actually going to pop those off just so I have room to put the questions up there. I'll leave the name of the game up there because people may be looking at this later and want to remember. Okay, so plans for the weekend, Michael. I feel like this is someone in my family addressing me this way. Only my family calls me Michael. Plans for the weekend. The only thing that has been set in stone, so to speak, is that my pal Dan Hughes and I will be recording another Sporadically Bored podcast. That's going to be tomorrow, which means that it will likely go up tomorrow. Tomorrow or Sunday, likely. Depends on Dan's work schedule because he edits those. So that's the only thing I've got set in stone. All right. Someone had asked Dustin whether the theme or the mechanics came first, I believe. And Dustin says Milan designed an original micro game, interesting, based on the location/theme of Águeda. Then we teamed up to make this game for 25th Century Games, mostly based on the theme first. Very interesting. I did not know that. Okay. Bruce is asking about a possible Amalfi Renaissance for an upcoming play. It's possible. I think I'd have to make sure the table, it would fit on the table in camera, I mean. But that is a good option, and I'm not the only one that likes it at the Dice Tower. All right. Have I played any RPGs? I played some D&D growing up. I did play a little bit of 5th edition when it first came out, but I'm really not an RPG guy. I just am not. I appreciate them. I think they're great. It just isn't for me, I have found. Okay. How's the heat dome treating you? It sucks. I don't like it. It is hot, but it's hot everywhere, I feel like. Thank you, Loopy, putting up our Libsyn, direct. You can check that out if you want to hear 5% games and 95% nonsense, mostly talking about the differences between the UK and the United States, and Dan complaining about any number of things that may have happened in the last week or so. This is an interesting question. Why do you think there are no James Bond theme games? Well, there's not none. I know there was a legendary 007 deck builder, but gosh, you're right. I mean, that theme is rife for exploring. Huh. any one of those like sniper or hidden, sneaking type games would work for James Bond game. Good question. Why is one row green on the game? Honestly, I noticed it, but I don't know. Maybe Dustin will pop in and answer that. And it may even be in the rule book, but off the top of my head, I don't know. Playing any video games? Loopy, right now, I'm not playing a lot. When I do, it's just I'm playing like a few minutes at a time on my phone. I do play on my phone a fair bit, I guess. Not a lot, but a fair bit. I got an emulator, so I've been playing some of the, the old school retro games, but not a lot. Will we get a live, sporadically board recording during Dice Tower East? I don't think that's going to happen because Dan will not be at Dice Tower East. He'll be at the retreat. Could do one there. Who knows? Oh, so there we go. There's the answer from co-designer. The street is actually like that in Águeda. All right. And Dustin, please tell me if I'm mispronouncing that, because I'm just assuming based on the accent. Do I know any fun riffs on my guitar yet? Not really. I've gotten to the point where I've got most of the parts of I Want to Be Sedated by the Ramones. I'm of course starting very simple. So I've got all the individual parts of that down. It's just a matter of getting all of the transitions correct, getting the tempo right, still working on my hand position and getting clean chords and not getting buzzy chords, things along those lines. So I'm really a neophyte when it comes to the guitar, but I'm committed to spending time to get better. Loopy, can't wait to meet you and Dan at the retreat. Ditto. Just make sure you have very low expectations for Dan. I mean, as low as you can imagine, try to dig deeper and go with lower expectations for Dan. He is remarkably disappointing in real life. Thoughts on Jerry Baker of the Board Game Snobs podcast? Why am I giving them any kind of advertising? Joining us at the retreat. Honestly, Mike, I raised a significant number of signatures for the petition, but Jerry got in somehow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say it's going to be the end of the retreat. I'll leave that for Reddit to do. Oh, I'm getting nowhere close. Águeda. Okay. Apologies to Portuguese speakers out there. I should have done a little more research before I started. Thank you, Dustin. Nice. Can get this game tomorrow from Amazon. Done. I'm glad that this appealed to you, Karen. Will I be disappointed if Loopy doesn't look like a wolf when we meet at the retreat? No, I don't think so. I'm not going to say if Loopy looked like a wolf, it wouldn't be more exciting. I wouldn't go that far, but I'm not going to be disappointed. I'll leave Dan for all the disappointment. Okay. All right. Well, all right. I think we're running lower on questions here. Oh, Karen did ask, no points for coins at the end of the game. I do not believe so. It's not on the board here. I can double check the rule book, but I'm almost sure you don't. And by almost sure, I mean, let me double check. It's only a tiebreaker. So the first tiebreaker would be the least empty spaces on your player board. Then the next tiebreaker is the most completed mural on your board. And then finally, it's most coins. So just a tiebreaker and the third tiebreaker at that. Okay. All right, well, folks, it looks like we may have come to our natural end here. Hopefully you had a good time and enjoyed this Solo Friday here on the DiLisio Factor. And yeah, if this game looks appealing to you, check it out. Pretty sure we've got it in the library. If we don't, I'll bring it down for East and for the retreat. But I've got to imagine, I'm almost sure we have this in the library. So yeah, thank you for coming in and spending another Friday with me. Let me make sure here. Dustin, sold out day one at Origins, but copies should be available at Gen Con. That is fantastic. Origins going on right now. So that means very well. It means it sold very well. All right. Thanks again, everybody. And I'll see you soon. I'm sure I'll see you before our next DiLisio Factor. But for now, this is Mike DiLisio signing out from the Midwest Annex. Yeah.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.